So Ruth, what's going on here?
The carriage was stuck in the ditch, and Aurelia didn't want to go to the inn,
Yep.
and then they met some dogs.
Yes.
They didn't see anyone. They heard your voice, and they see the dog jumping out of the door.
And everyone
Yep.
was scared.
Yep.
Except Cornelia.
Yeah, everyone was scared except for Cornelia. Okay, so we got some dogs. We're at the inn. What's the name of the slave, by the way? That's with them? Yeah, Euclides. Good. Okay. So even though Cornelia doesn't want to stay in the inn, is she kind of just like accepting her fate now? Yeah,
Wait,
she's...
Cornelia?
I'm sorry, Aurelia. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah.
Just like whatever.
Okay, so in this last chunk, before we start, it's like the two dogs are coming out and Aurelia shouts, right? Okay, so line 8, we're gonna start right over here. Okay. Translation. Let's just go sentence by sentence. I'm not gonna like belabor it too much. All right, Ruth.
I said Cornelius himself does nothing.
Yep, Cornelius himself does nothing. Okay, maybe I'll highlight the sentences as we go. Okay, this one. Ruth.
Cornelia, however, does not flee but nears the dogs and holds out her hand.
But wait, okay, so Cornelia, however, does not flee, but what did you say?
Nears the dogs and holds out her hand.
Nears the dogs and holds out her hand. Okay, so there's not any Latin in there that says nears the dogs. But what it does say is that she extendits her manum ad canes.
And towards the dogs.
Yeah, so she extends her hand toward the dogs. Okay. And she says, Ecce, Marque. Who's she talking to?
Marcus?
Yeah. He canes latrant modo.
These dogs are barking.
Yeah, these dogs are only barking, or these dogs bark only, right?
It's my dog.
Nullum est periculum. Yeah, there's no danger. Ecce sexte caudas movent. Good. Well, careful. The tails move or they move the tails? They move the tails. Why?
Because the tails is because the tail is a direct object.
Yep, because caudas is accusative direct object. Right, So Young? You're getting really close to your screen there.
Sorry, I didn't sleep. Sorry.
You never sleep. Sleep. Okay. Eo ipse tempore. At that very time, what happened?
A fat man appeared in the door of the inn, called back the dogs.
Yeah, okay, a fat man. Now, let's kind of talk about this. This qui canes revocavit, a fat man who called back the dogs. What kind of clause is this, by the way? Yeah, it's a relative clause. We're gonna see them a lot, which is silly because they don't teach you relative clauses formally until chapter 28. But we've been seeing, but we're 18. But we've seen them like so much, and I can't believe they don't teach you that like earlier. Anyway, or they don't want me to teach it earlier, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, so at that time, fat man who recalls the dogs appears at the door of the inn. And he says, Salvete hospites. Yeah. In caupona mea pernoctare voltis? Yeah, do you want to stay in my inn? Do you want to spend the night in my inn?
That's creepy.
Yeah. Would you stay?
But they're like at the door, so
Yes,
it's like a
because a lot of
Are you
famous
gonna
people go
stay?
there, so I would have
Yeah.
faith that it's a good inn.
Yeah, that's not weird.
I mean, if there was no one inside, that'd be awkward.
Plus, who knows?
Well, it's late in the night. So.
Yeah, that's true. And then he goes, Hic multi cives praeclari per noctaverunt. Yep, okay, so you could say, many distinguished citizens have spent the night here, or here many distinguished citizens have spent the night, either or is fine. Okay? Once upon a time, who else stayed here?
The emperor's envoy.
Yeah, not the emperor himself, but his envoy or his ambassador.
That's not very.
Yeah, that'd be like saying, oh yeah, not Joe Biden, but Joe Biden's like makeup assistant stayed here once. It's like, what? I don't know what kind. Oh, advisor, I guess maybe.
I don't know. At that point, that's just kind of like, like you can brag about other stuff.
Yeah, there are other things to brag about. It's pretty funny. Okay. Oh no, an interpolaudid Euclides. All right. Euclides shouts. He says, "Salve mia Polydore."
Hi, my Apollodorus.
Yeah. What's up, my Apollodores? Quid agis?
How are you?
Yeah. And the Calpo or the
Innkeeper.
innkeeper responded, and he says, "Me Hercule."
Oh, by Hercules.
By Hercules.
What does it mean? Like what?
Me Hercule?
Yeah, I mean I know it means like all by Hercules or something, but like by saying that, what do you imply?
So think of it this way. We actually heard it earlier in class this day. J.E. kept saying it. What did you say, J.E.?
Oh, she said yeah.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
So-
my G.O.D.
Oftentimes, as an interjection, what people will do is they'll not exactly, well, in this particular instance, it's blaspheming, but like you've seen it before. De immortales, right? Sometimes you would shout this and you'd say, "Oh, the immortal gods," like that. Or, "Oh, by Hercules," or, "Oh, by Jove, by Jupiter," right? You'd say by some divine something as a way of like, "Oh, wow, goodness me," like a almost kind of swearing, but not really.
So it is. It counts as blasphemy.
Well, in like if you say like, "Oh my God," like in that sense, like here, it's not. It's kind of
Oh, it's just
right?
like-
But like in this particular instance, it's not. It's just like, "Oh, by Hercules," like, "Oh, by Mr. Brownworth." Maybe we should start doing that. By insert some random name for fun.
Honestly.
By Miss Slade. Oh goodness. Yeah. So me Hercule is just a idiomatic way of saying like, "Oh whoa, hey, goodness me." And he says, "Nisi erro meum amicum Euclides agnosco."
Unless I'm mistaken, I recognize my friend Euclides.
Yeah, exactly. Unless I'm mistaken, I recognize my friend Euclides. Non eras. What does he not do?
You're not mistaken.
Yeah, you are not mistaken, said Euclides. And is he happy to see him?
Yes.
Yeah.
But he's not happy that the carriage is stuck in the ditch.
So they're happy they get to stay in the inn.
Yeah. Like, I'm happy to see you. Quad. Yeah, because the
Carriage of my doors
good.
is stuck motionless in the ditch. It is necessary that we stay there. That's
They're not even here in the inn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little tricky, right? So yeah, it was a lot of mumbling. So because the carriage of my master is stuck in a ditch, motionless, necesse est, it is necessary for us, it is necessary to stay here in the inn. Sorry, that was a lot. Okay. And the innkeeper, Apollodorus, says, "Oh, doleo,
I'm sad.
I'm sad because your carriage is stuck in a ditch. But gaudeo, I'm happy. Why? Because
I'm happy that you
It's a
know
stay.
to my inn, but
Who says that?
I'm glad that you're coming to my inn now."
That's creepy. That's like.
Well, it's all about tone. You're just reading it.
Who says that?
Like, I mean, if like my BFF, like if Miss Scoville's car just like broke down outside my house, I'd be like, "Hey, I'm sorry your car is broken, but hey, you get to come hang out. Come on in." Right? Like that makes sense. That's not weird,
Kind of weird.
right?
Yeah,
Okay, and then he
if you come
says,
on in, you don't say, "Because you all come to my inn. Enter all."
maybe we should. Should we talk like this?
Yeah.
Enter
into my classroom.
Inside. Well, so what? I do want to ask this question. Does anyone know what grammatical feature intrate is?
It's like impaired.
Yeah, it's an imperative.
Wait. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, remember.
You must enter.
Oh.
Do you guys remember imperatives?
Yeah, from Mr. Jeffrey.
From Mr. Jeffrey? Oh, not from Latin. Did we go over imperatives?
No. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, Dick Duke Fog Fair, Julius Caesar has no hair. Right? Right, okay, let's just talk about imperatives real quick, because that's kind of important. Yeah, so to form the imperative, it's super easy. Imperatives are just commands. Right, so let's say, when I tell y'all to be quiet, I'd say, takite, right? If I want one of you to be quiet, though, I would just simply say take. Okay, another example. Yeah.
For irregular verbs, you showed us the imperative form.
Yeah, so for irregulars, it's speak,
Dick, Duke,
lead, make,
Fair.
carry. Julius Caesar has no hair, right? Say it. Dick, Duke, Fock, Fair, Julius Caesar has no hair. I'll do it again. Dick, Duke, Fock, Fair, Julius Caesar has no hair.
I'm gonna say this. I'm so confused.
You should just say it to people. Okay. Right, so the imperative is super easy to form. You just go to the infinitive, you pop off the RE, and you just add either a, like, te or not, depending. Okay. Do you guys know how to form the negative imperative?
Non.
No. So if it's just one, it's noli, like if I want to say, Ruth, don't shut up, don't be quiet, I'd say noli tacere, right? You just noli plus the infinitive. If I want to tell all of you guys, hey, everybody, don't shut up, I would say nolite tacere.
Okay.
Okay?
Makes sense.
That's it. So that's just the imperative in a nutshell. Okay, and that's what this intrate, it's supposed to not be intrare, but we fixed that. Intrate, enter all. Maybe that's how I should greet you guys in the morning.
Imagine if the school will say that to you. Would you feel?
I feel like it would be funny.
Enter.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not.
All right, so let me